I had to come do this video because what she's talking about, what she's saying. It's weird because when you start delving into all these different belief systems and these different understandings, you can see them differently. You look at them differently, and you can see the parts that are real within. It don't matter what understanding you're listening to. You can see the parts that are true, and this was one that I watched like half of it, and I was like, oh my god, okay, yeah, she on point with what she's saying. I said I have to do a reaction to this so I can go a little deeper into what she's saying, so I can give my point of view, what I seen when I was diving in on psychedelics through, like, I seen a lot of this stuff. So let's just get into the video, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, and we'll just explain more. So let's go.
Ha! Hey, friend.
I don't know if she really know karate or anything like that. Like, I could tell by the way she was doing her punting. No, I'm just playing. Let me keep rolling.
What's up? So let's debunk a myth or a belief.
What's the myth?
To be enlightened, you have to be constantly silent and still. It's a myth. It's a lie. Already, the appearance, what's arising, is silent sounding or stillness moving.
That's trippy. Like, that she just came right off and said that. Like, to be enlightened, you got to be still. You got to be silent. You got to meditate. You feel me? Like, and it's not just meditation. It's any other one of these things, through psychedelics, through whatever. It don't matter how you call yourself getting enlightened. It's like weird, bro. It's a lot of it is just myths.
So there isn't any right or wrong way to be. That's the fallacy.
That's the fallacy of it. There is no right or no wrong way to be. It's us saying, oh, that is wrong. Oh, this is right. It's us pointing these things out and creating that illusion. That is us doing that.
Already, what is arising and what is appearing is absolute perfection. It is life. It will never be perfection to what you call your mind.
And the weird thing about that is a lot of people is not going to understand that this is perfection. Every aspect of it, the death, the so-called wrongs that people are doing to each other. This is perfection. This is what perfection is. Perfection holds everything in one place. It doesn't just take a little bit of this and go, oh, okay, this little bit is perfect. No, it's everything, boom, happening at one time.
You don't actually have a mind. What we call mind is just stories and belief systems that were never yours.
If they ain't true, where'd we get them from? Where did we get them from? Like, remember when I had the experience and I basically, everything that I was saying, I could, in my every sentence I was saying, I could see the person I got it from. Like, all the way from when I was a kid, from like when I first started even having words, bro. On my experience, I'm seeing myself say certain things, and I can see exactly, excuse me, I can see exactly where that sentence came from, where that thought came from. Whatever idea was popping in my head and I was spitting it out, I could see exactly where it came from and how I built upon it from getting it from that person. So everything that I was thinking, even what I'm doing now, what I'm saying now, none of this is mine. All of it was taken from somewhere else or grabbed from somewhere else. And it's weird because that's why I be like, we just mirrors. That's it. We just mirrors, just reflecting life.
They're hand-me-downs.
Dang.
And so what I speak to and from in this space is not mental cognition. It's not personal. It's impersonal. It's intuitive. It's this.
It's intuitive.
So you know all of this. You know all of this.
And that's the part that get me is the fact that you don't realize you know it until you see it. And when you see it, you go, oh man, I already knew this. I'm looking for things that I already know. but I'm looking to prove it to myself. That it's like, oh, that's what I feel like. I'm looking to prove it to myself. That's why I'm taking these trips, because what I already know, I want to prove it to myself that this thing is real. And that's what makes the illusion so dope, is that any belief system, any belief that or idea that is out there, a person themselves can make it true to themselves. It don't matter what it is. They can make to themselves, they can make it true. And that is wild.
You are this. That's why it can be refreshing to hear this reflection.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't have to meditate for 3 hours a day.
Man.
Oh my God, I don't have to be a vegan. Oh my God, this is already God. Whether you're a carnivore, a vegetarian, a vegan.
Oh my God. Like, but that's how a person would be. It's like, oh my God, this is already God. It don't have to, nothing has to really be done. Nothing has to be done. It's already done. It's already here. It's already happening. It don't good or bad. All of it is coming from the same source, from the same entity, from the same being, from the same whatever you want to call it.
A rock and roller, you like listening to country.
It
It
don't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Don't matter.
Everything that's appearing is oneness appearing as the myriad.
Yeah. Everything. Everything. And that's why I had certain experiences to where it showed me that. It showed me everything was that one entity giving power to everything, making everything what it was. It's like almost looking at TV. We can look at TV and see real life on TV, but it's somebody controlling these people, you know, having them act out these certain stories. And it's like, bro, it's like trippy, man. It's trippy. But we already there.
But this oneness doesn't enter into two-ness, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The continuation of time. This is nothing. Emptiness, zero, void, appearing as this.
Appearing at something. This is the nothing becoming something. Nothing becoming something. This is it.
Oneness, wholeness. But
And
in
I
this
think-
oneness and wholeness, it can
And it's
take-
weird because, like, you know, even when you say oneness or we throw that out there, a lot of people don't grasp it. It's like almost like you have to see it. And there's so many different ways for you to see it. You have to be there to see it, to feel it, to be in it, to understand it, to really grasp it and see that all these things are just coming from one energy. You know, and it's like, bro, it's like it's deep, but it's not, because it's like we already know, but we choosing to act out different scripts in the
play
play.
the game of, ooh, I'm separate.
Yeah,
Not really, though. Separation doesn't exist. That's why you cannot end it, because there's not a you. You are the dream of separation, the belief, the imagination. And imagination is just smoke and mirrors.
Don't tell them that. See, because don't nobody want to hear that. Because the you that you made up is not even you. This is you that you took from pieces. You took pieces from everybody and created this you. This you that don't even exist. Other people do the same thing. They take pieces of you that you gave them and they create a whole different you than what you created. And that person got a whole different you than the you that they have. It's like we all creating these different aspects of reality. It don't matter who, ourselves and the ones outside of us, we all painting a picture of them. But really in reality it's not them. It's impossible. But we'll say it's them. This person act like this.
So the real can't be
person is
caught.
that.
The real can't even be photographed, so to speak.
I
These are
understand that to the
costumes.
fullest. It just
So
makes you laugh.
characters can seem to die, beliefs can seem to die, body can seem to die, but who you really are cannot die because you were not born.
Because you was never born. It's like we almost watching life. It's like we watching life play out. You feel me? Like we can come up with all these different things that we doing or that we want to do or these goals and different things like that. This is the illusion. We creating the illusion. Even when we create the different gods and the different angels, these are illusions that we're creating. The thing that makes them real is us. We make them real. We agree on certain things and make it real even when it's not. It don't even have to be here. It don't even have to exist here, but we will make it real. And once we make that thing real, that thing takes over and begin to control our reality. But we got to understand, we put the feelings on the angels. We put what God does. We said what the angels do. We said what the devil do. We put all these things on life and said this is what it is. And we accepted it. And it's like, bro, that's like the toughest illusion. Like a lot of people can't break the barriers of the illusion. They can't. It's impossible. It's impossible for some to actually break that barrier and step outside of it and see everything.
Only ideas were born, yeah? Only stories were born, yeah? Only beliefs were born, yeah? And that's being lies. I always say that. Beliefs are being lies. Which, that's no one's choice. There is no free will.
That's a dope one. Belief is being lies.
That's freedom appearing as, let's be a belief. But what we call liberation or enlightenment is just being life. It's effortless. It's spontaneous.
Yeah.
You see, when we feel like we're a person in control, we're trying really hard to be a certain way.
Man. And that's true, because the person that you think you are, you be trying your hardest to be this person. To be a good dad. To be nice. Like, it's weird because when you think about it, these are things you don't have to try to do. Like, we try to do things instead of just being things. And this is what I am. I'm just be this. Because we already just playing different aspects, roles in the reality. So I'm going to just be this role right here. Or I'm going to be this role. But I always look at it too like this. Like, if you can see yourself playing all these roles and how powerful you are to play all these different roles, no matter who you go around. When you go to work, you act like one of the workers. When you come home, you act like you own the home. You act like the parent. You act like the father. You act like the mother. You act like the child. You feel me? All these different roles that you play yourself, but then picture the most powerful thing ever existing playing every role. It got the power to play every role. Like, you playing a few, you playing about 20 or 30 roles yourself within this one body. But the one thing that controls that's running everything, or I wouldn't even say running everything, that's giving power to everything, is being everything. It's playing every role. All of them at one time.
Look at that.
Are actually letting the roles play themselves.
So, the dream is, I gotta try, I gotta change, I gotta move, I'm not good enough, I shouldn't feel this way.
Yeah.
Will the feeling, the sensation, the emotion, the thought, don't eat that, is wholeness appearing as a thought, as an emotion, as a sensation. Sorry, my chicken tried to eat my gum.
Chicken. People with cats.
Wholeness appearing as a chicken trying to eat gum. All already.
Pets
this is it.
Around.
This is home. But when we've been on a spiritual path or religious path, it's all about renunciation. It's a fantasy. It's got to look like this. But it's hiding in.
That's one thing that I started to see is when you diving in, you'll add more to the fantasy. You'll make the fantasy bigger than what it already is, because it's already that, but you'll make it even more and add more to it and create more and make more. Like Rob on his trip, you'll tear it down and then you'll build it back up. Then you'll tear it down and you'll build it back up over and over and over again. because every time in your mind you think you making it better. You think you better in reality, but it's not. This is just a feeling that you have. The reality never changes. It's always doing what it's doing. It never changes. The only thing that changes is the way you look at it. That's it. That's the only thing that changed, is the way you look at it, the way you accept it. And when you start to accept that it's being what it is, man, a lot of times, I don't know, just be a lot more
Plain
open.
sight, folks. It's hiding as the mundane.
The mundane. It's hiding.
When there's no
as
person,
the mundane.
the ordinary is extraordinary.
There's no person.
There's a subtle
Ordinary is
joy when there's no
extraordinary.
person, when there's no mind arising.
Yeah.
Because this is sufficient. This is enough.
Yeah. That's the thing. This is it. So if this is it, it can be too much, it can be enough, and it can be not enough. And it can even go lower than that to where it just isn't whatever. I'm just saying. But it can play all those different aspects, all those parts. Not it can, it is. To everybody, to each individual is playing all those different parts. Whatever one the individual chooses. It can be not enough, it can be too much, it can be all these different things, and it's like, whoa, you feel
You
me?
are the source, pretending you're not. You are freedom, pretending you're not. And this is heard when it's heard.
Said you are freedom, pretending that you're not freedom.
Some beings will say, well, when you recognize your God, it has to be massive and extraordinary and all of these things. It's actually not worth mentioning. There already isn't a me, there already isn't an ego, and there already isn't a separate self that needs to die. So already, everything that is appearing, including darkness and light, is the great mystery appearing as that play.
Hey, bruh. No words. I'm just saying, I hope you grasping this, and I hope in the comments you comment on this. Like, it's weird because to me, this right here is just another illusion, another act right here. It's a whole nother part of the play. But this play right here gets you to think, and which I think all the different plays, this is what they do. They get us to open up our minds and actually see ourselves and see reality for what it is, whether we want to accept it or not. It causes these different things to happen in your minds where you just look at it differently and you go, well, golly, yeah, this is what it is.
Or that war, or tug of war. So what I'm really suggesting here is that your quirks and your personality, habits, and all of these types of things is it. It's freedom appearing as that.
I love this.
So
I
there
like
won't
this
be a
video.
change.
But you are creating an illusion
Bills are
of
still
a change.
paid. Or not paid. Toilets are scrubbed or not scrubbed. Laundry is folded or it's not folded. Chop wood, carry water.
Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. It don't matter. You're still going to have to pay bills. You still going to have to put gas in your car. You still going to have to use the restroom. You still going to have to eat food. You still going to have to shower. Nothing really stops. Everything still be the same. So why is the enlightenment thing? It's like this illusion. It's like, or is it showing you the illusion? Because it don't matter. You're still, it's just now you're going to accept it. You're just going to accept it, which in the first place you did accept it. You always accepted it. You never did not accept it. So why do we create this illusion that we're doing something out of the ordinary that's not out of the ordinary for us? And then we make the stakes go higher and higher and higher to push ourselves further and further and further within the illusion. Whatever illusion we decide to create for ourselves. I get it, but I don't get it.
But now it's seen it's going on its own. There is no central self. There is no doer. There is no person with free will and volition. That's imagination. And so it's just seen by no one that this is just arising on its own accord, so to speak. It's spontaneous.
Yeah.
This
Hella spontaneous. It ain't nothing it can't do.
voice arising is no better or worse than gentle leaves falling and breaking away from
That's
the
what I said yesterday.
There's no specialness.
Something like that, but it was more.
Same with thoughts and emotions and sensations. No different than a fly going by or a leaf trickling down.
But we would love to believe that it is. That's the cold thing. Because each person in their mind, despite what is going on, they're going to make it more than what it is. That is crazy, bro. This is part of the illusion.
It's just what's arising. It's just what's seeming to happen. But nothing really is happening. Nothing is happening. And you can hear that both ways. The paradox. Nothing is happening.
But it's all happening. Nothing but something. It's like yin yang. The nothing is something. The nothing is something.
Hello?
The something is nothing. Like both sides.
This is Lakota.
Both sides. Both sides. The nothing is something. The something is nothing. And it's like, I don't know. Life is trippy. But it's dope. But let me know what y'all think about this video. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you like the videos, get a channel subscription. You feel me? Support the channel. And I'ma holla on the next one. Peace out.